Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to Global Impromptu Speaking session number 186. Thank you so much for joining in today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Global Impromptu Speaking platform. This is not an official club of Toastmasters International, but we are all from different Toastmasters clubs. Here we practice impromptu speaking. For the entire session, entire session, you will be speaking for plus minus 2 minutes. And for the rest of the session, you will be observing, making people feel special. For that, I would like to thank you all. Because nowadays, nobody has time to listen to other people. But here, at least, we give priority to other people, listen to their thoughts, their purpose of speaking, so making them feel good. Actually, this is called humanity. Thank you so much for that. Today, our topics master is Toastmaster Santosh. Before I call him up on stage, I would like to tell you all, you will be speaking for at least 1 minute and maximum for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You will manage your time by yourself. You know how long does it take to finish 2 minutes and 30 seconds? It takes only 2 minutes and 30 seconds only to complete 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So manage your time the way you want. Ladies and gentlemen, I will not take much of time, but to give a stage to our very diligent, a very regular, very supportive Toastmaster, a member of this very club, Toastmaster Santosh. Please put your hands together to welcome him on stage to give you a good topic, an easy topic. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amjad, and good evening to all of you. This is the first time on this platform I'm going as a Toastmaster, table topic master. So already the rules and rules about the table topics are given by explained by Dr. Toastmaster Amjad. But further that, I would like to just explain my story a little bit in 1 or 2 minutes and how I tried to improve my table topic speaking skills. So in the beginning, what I did is I tried to focus on speaking for 1 minute on given topic, because standing on your toes and giving on any topic, speak for 1 minute is a challenge. But I tried that. And later on, for the second time, second level, the next level, what I tried is I tried to add value for the topic. Whatever value is given, sorry, topic is given, I tried to give something to the listeners so they will gain something out of it. And third is the performance, means the speaking, no hesitation, no ums and ahs. I'm still struggling with that, but still I'm trying. So these are the three ways I tried to pick up on that. And I think you will also, for the newcomers, basically, this will be a guide. So I would like to go ahead with after my these suggestions to you. So I would like to start with first table topic with Toastmaster Savita. She's always the first comer. So I am giving not very difficult topics. Sometimes I will, for the experienced Toastmasters, I will give some difficult topics as well. So to Toastmaster Savita, the topic is what has changed the most for you in last 10 years? What has changed the most for you in the last 10 years, Toastmaster Savita? Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Santosh, and my greetings to everyone present here. Last 10 years of my life, yes, there was a big change. As everyone knows about the life process, from child to teens to the adolescents and adults, how we are first educating ourselves, then we go into the career, our focus is on career, then family, then career and family struggle with each other. There is a stage, and you try to balance that phase of life. Sometimes career goes up and sometimes balance. But with all these life challenges, you as a human mind, all the time happiness, whether you're in family life or in your career life or you're studying education life. Main goal of everyone is happiness. We try to look happiness everywhere. Yes, my life was very beautiful. Wonderful family, children, then after marriage, family and career. It was very nice. But last 10 years was the phase when both my daughters got married. And then the stage came when, you and your spouse, you're just of your own. Suddenly that, emptiness comes. Even though you are busy, but still the feeling like, children are not more than there. But that's a phase of life. Everyone has to go there. And mind is prepared, especially when daughters are there. Mind is prepared the day a daughter is born that they have to fly away to their new nest, new family. But I am blessed that whatever phases were there, my life was always garnished with the understanding of my spouse, and that gave me the support to go ahead and face whatever challenges came in the life with happiness. Yes, last 10 years were the phases when both my daughters went to their new nest and as I was in the new phase of life. It is beautiful. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Santosh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Savita. Always wise thoughts from you, and you took us a ride of your life last 10 years. Thank you for that. So now, the next table topic master is guest Akib Javed. And the topic for you is your dream job. Your dream job, guest Akib.
Thanks, Toastmaster Santosh, for giving this opportunity. Hope I'm audible to everyone. My dream job. So, had you asked this question 5 years down the line, it was different. Now, with the time progress, it has changed. So, I'll be describing my dream job from my life, like how it started. So, when I was 10 years old, I wanted to become a police inspector because there was a guy like who came very recently to our town and he was changing a lot of rules and people started appreciating him. So I was like, no, I want to become that police inspector itself. Like I don't have any other dreams. Then there is a time wherein like when I became age of 18 years, I kind of started watching something. I started watching in cricket and started playing. And I wanted to become a cricketer. But there was certain thing which was constant that I have to study first and do those things. When I went into my college, I was in a part of Society of Automotive Engineers. We used to build vehicles, so we used to like fabricate the entire vehicle from scratch. So we manufactured 2 vehicles in our college. At that point of time, I wanted to become an automobile engineer only, no other option. But it was not in the fate. I got selected in a manufacturing company. So there also I was not in core technical group. I was in supply chain. So things have been changing at different point of time. I want to become something else. So now as I look back and as I look forward, I want to become a data analyst. So all those dream jobs are vanished and now I want to become something which is into data related business. So that's about the topic. Over to you, Santosh.
Thank you, guest Akib. Actually, this is the same thing about every one of us. We also keep on changing our goals and our dreams are also changing. Well said. Thank you. So going to the next, Gavalier Bhavna. Can you hear? Yes. Yes. Okay. The topic for you is discipline and creativity. Discipline and creativity, Gavalier Bhavna. If you want to change the topic, just tell me if it is you find it difficult.
Could you just repeat the topic? I wasn't able to hear it properly.
Okay. The topic is discipline and creativity. Okay.
Discipline and creativity. So discipline and creativity, it's two very important things, right? So you have to be organized and disciplined in your life in order to quote unquote achieve something. Maybe you have to be disciplined to show support also. So if you're in, for me, when I'm in class, I have to be disciplined to my teacher so that I can show my teacher I respect you and I support you, and you can continue teaching. And I I would want to maybe like, if I'm in class and then everyone else is talking and screaming, then I take up maybe that I want to discipline them. I want to say, you guys have to reduce your voices, and then we could maybe show support to our teacher. And then creativity. Creativity is very important. We have to have creativity in order to do anything in life. We have to have imagination, and we have to do something out of the world and extraordinary. You have to have creativity. So when someone made the first spaceship, he had to have creativity, and when someone made the first light bulb, you have to have creativity, and now they're all well known in the world. So discipline and creativity is what you really need in life. It's one of the most important things and qualities to have. Thank you.
Thank you to Gavile Bhavna. Well said, and you gave your views very nicely. Thank you very much. So next Toastmaster is Dr. Farida, and the topic for you is, I'm giving little difficult for you because you are leopard can't change its spots. A leopard can't change its spots. To Dr. Farida.
A very good evening to my global impromptu family members. The topic that has been given to me is that a leopard cannot change its spots. I totally disagree with this topic. I'm sorry to say this, but I have this capacity to be rebellious and go against the general norms. But this is the thing, that most people, when we are born with a set of genes, but then the environmental actions, the behaviors, our surroundings, the diet that we eat, the surroundings in which we grow up, they modify us. The genes remain the same, the basics remain the same, but we have the capability of modifying ourselves through diet, through education, through changing the environment around us, through our behavior patterns. And that is what determines us. Our attitude, our education, what we practice in life, that is what changes in us. There are many people who by nature, sometimes people claim that, oh, that person is extremely miserly, or that person is extremely cruel, or that person is extremely cunning. I feel all of this is adaptive behavior. None of this is what you are born with. Sometimes there are certain diseases that we are born with. Of course, we cannot do much about it, but for that too, now stem cells, it's going to take care of a lot of those genetic diseases as well. So I feel that a leopard can not only change their spots, they can change into something else if they wish to. They can totally look like somebody else. They can use bleach to camouflage the spots for once and turn into a white lion, which is an extremely rare breed. So the hidden cryptic message in my speech is that each one of us has the capability to become the greatest person on earth through educating ourselves, through our attitudes, through our practices. That is what I have achieved in life. That is what my siblings have achieved in life. And that is what I expect all of you to do as well. So please garnish yourselves, jazz up your lives, complete your lives with good practices, good education, have a healthy mind, have a healthy outlook towards life, and definitely success will come. Do not wait for the world to applaud for you. clap yourself on the back and get on the right track. So that is my take for tonight. A very good evening to everybody, especially to DTM Amjad Ali. I can see you giving yourself a clap on the back. Kudos.
Thank you, Toastmaster Farida. It was fantastic take, and actually, as a human being, we should be adaptable. That is the main essence of it. Otherwise, there is no difference in animals and us. So good take. Thank you. So the next Toastmaster is Bilal. Toastmaster Bilal is there. I think he is not there. He left. Okay, I will go to the next one. Next one is Dinisha Reddy. Toastmaster Dinisha Reddy. Dinesh Reddy. Dinesh Reddy, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening. The topic for you is, what if humans live 500 years?
Okay.
What if humans live 500 years? Toastmaster Dinesh.
Thank you so much, Santosh, and good evening, everyone. What if human live 500 years? So I think, if you consider your life expect age, average age that you live in this world is 75 or 76, you are so lazy for, do the things that the way they are now. Though, you have very less time, maybe short time, 70 years, but we are taking it very slow. We will think, we'll do it when it comes on us. And but consider if you have 500 years, it will be, any work that will be never done. If you are a lazy person, and uh, then that can be, never done. So, and then there are positives to it. You can explore more. I think you can uh, maybe learn many things, and you can have, it's up to you how you use the time. It's always, 24 hours for everyone, right? For the president of US, or to the anyone, right? And it's just the, how you use that time, how you use that 24 hours, how you use that uh, 1 hour, how you use that, 10 seconds. That matters. How you experience everything, and what you learn from that, and how you move on from there. So I feel it doesn't matter if you have 500 years or if you have 1 year. It's just that, it's your experience and how you present in that moment. That's what matters to me. So that's what my take from this wonderful topic, Santosh. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. Quality is important, not quantity is the essence. Thank you. So next is Toastmaster Pratyush Gupta. Toastmaster Pratyush Gupta, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Humans are saviors or destroyer? Humans are saviors or destroyer? Toastmaster Pratyush.
Human beings are a combination of both the. They can be either savior, they can be either destroyer. I don't want to categorize this thing on a vast level, but it is up to us that whom we want to become, who we want to become. If we want to become a destroyer, we will become a destroyer. If we want to become a savior, we will become a savior. There are examples in the society, and there are names in the society which has also changed themselves. There are so many stories that how a destroyer becomes a savior. But many times these stories are always in the book. I do not find it in the real life. Yes, when you are not so mature, you take an action. And after that, you can be called as the destroyer. But it is up to you that if you realize from your mistake and you become a savior. Becoming a savior always begins, according to me, after you become a destroyer. Maybe at a very little level, but when you do something wrong, only then you can realize it and you can change it by doing the right thing. No one can hit the bullseye at one take. Maybe trespass that and hit the person standing right near it. But the person who is shooting will have to understand that I have done a mistake. And if I am going to repeat it, it will do more harm to other persons as well as me. And this is the point that he will take the decision that whether he will not change and keep becoming a destroyer again and again, or he will do the change and become the savior. So becoming a savior or a destroyer is in the human being's own hands. Thank you, and back to you, Tabitha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratyush. Well said. Now the next Toastmaster is Toastmaster Deepa. Toastmaster Deepa, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
Toastmaster Santosh.
Yeah. Yeah. What if AI, artificial intelligence, takes over the world? What if artificial intelligence takes over the world? Toastmaster Deepa, back to you.
No, it cannot take over the world. It cannot. Artificial intelligence is capable of things that we program them to perform. How can machines learn to teach? How can they learn to love people? How can they understand compassion? How can they understand diversity? How can they understand politics and diplomacy? Things that bind us together, things that divide us together. AI is incapable of so many things. As many job losses are predicted by AI, it is equally important that never be able to replace. For example, teaching profession, doctors, it can aid the profession, but it will never be able to replace. Give it 100 years, 200 years, I don't think it will be able to come anywhere close to human beings because we are constantly evolving and we will continue to feed the machines and it is as good as we feed it. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Do you think AI will conquer the world? Do you think it'll replace our jobs? Do you think we'll all be surrounded by machines? Don't get sad. It won't. It won't happen. Over to the table topics master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepa, for your take on this. Now the next is Toastmaster Prashant Kumar.
Yes, Santosh.
Yes, the topic for you is, it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. Toastmaster Prashant Kumar, over to you.
Good evening to all my Glory into friends. It's easier said to be done. As per me, my take on this topic is sometimes very easy to give advice to everyone. So we can give advice to anyone and thinking, oh, this is the situation, so I can handle it better. But when the situations comes to the particular person, then they understand in what situation they are handle the situation. So even the lots of people saying we are listening to everyone's, even this global Impromptu friends, we are listening to everyone's like the Farida ma'am and the Amjad Ali sir and Savita ma'am. It's a good words, but actually how much we are going to take on to improve ourselves. So that's one important aspect. So because even say, okay, I'm going to global Impromptu to just improve myself. No. Basically, how you cultivate the knowledge you are going and what attributes you are going to you just add on your personality. That's how we are going to build. It's easy to say it. Yes, you can do anything, but at the same time, when you have to just when it things come to the action, then your attitude, your ability, and to solve the problem in the particular times come into this action. That's my take on this topic. Over to you, Santosh.
Thank you. Thank you. Good take, Toastmaster Prashant. Now I will go to the another person. Toastmaster Yashwin. Toastmaster Yashwin is there? I don't see. I think yes, he's there. Guest Yashwin. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes. Okay. So Toastmaster Ashwin, the topic for you is a bad workman always blames his tools. A bad workman always blames his tools. Toastmaster Yashwin, over to you.
My apologies, table topics master. Could you please repeat the question?
Yes. A bad workman always blames his tools. A bad workman always blames his tools. Shall I write in chat box?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Thank you, table topics master. Toastmasters and dear guests, a bad workman always blames his tool. Definitely, this is not something that I agree, because the bad workman cannot work with bare hands. He has to use technology. This is the reality of our modern world today. We are no longer living in the era where everything can be handcrafted, where we could build houses, or we could go into agricultural fields with just bare hands planting seeds and enable them to sprout. Nowadays, we need tools, and those tools, they have to be aligned and harmonized with our physical capabilities. No human being is the same. Each one has unique attributes. What is happening in this era of industrializations, for the sake of profit, we are having common uniform tools assigned to each handy worker. What happens now is, based on those innate capabilities and the mannerism, the way that each worker proceed in using the tools are different. It depends on several factors, on the health factors, on their physical strength, even on their mobility and agility. As such, no worker will use the same tool in the same way. Therefore, it affects directly on the performance, even if they are on the front line. Toastmaster of the day, table topics master, and dear guests, I leave it to you to reflect. If the tool could be made customized based on the capacity of the handy worker, which we don't see these days because there's no proper SWOT analysis, definitely the handy worker will be demotivated, will feel that it's not fair to just throw a common uniform tool to him to handle. Therefore, I believe there should be a customized ergonomic way to build tools based on the capacity of the worker. I therefore believe that there is no backward workman. The tools, though, should not be uniform, should be tailor-made to each worker to boost the performance. Over to you, table topics master.
Thank you, guest Ashwin. Good take. You really went into nitty-gritty of the thing. Thank you very much. The next is Toastmaster Jaya. Toastmaster Jaya, can you unmute yourself? Yeah.
Very good evening.
Yeah. Yes, the topic for you is a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. A chain is.
Please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you write it down, please?
Okay, I will write it down. So you got the topic now? A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Toastmaster Jaya,
Yeah.
over to you.
A very good evening to impromptu members and your guests. The topic given to me is a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Well, according to me, I'll take example of relationship. Relationship with a couple, parents and children, or any form of relationship. If it's not strong, then it will be weak. So we have to make a strong chain from elder to younger, which is very important. If we don't build that chain, we'll all end up weak, a broken chain. That's all I can say. Over to you.
Thank you for your attempt, Toastmaster Jaya. It was good take. Thank you. Now the next is Toastmaster Manibalan. Is there? I don't. She's left, I think. Now Toastmaster Navid. Toastmaster Navid, can you hear me? Yeah. I can't hear you. Can you speak out, please?
Audible?
Yes, now it's okay. Okay, so the topic for you is, what if your employer fires you today? What if your employer fires you today? Toastmaster Navid, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tabletop Master, and good evening to all of you. Never this question, because it is very difficult to think. What if my employer fires me? Well, it happened with me when I resigned, when I was doing my job, and I was thinking that I'm doing very well. But when I resigned, my boss said to me, "Okay, go now." I was feeling that how come he's saying me go now, means what about the notice period, what about the thing I have worked here, what about the contributions I have put there. He just said me go now. So I was really frightened, and I was really crying when I was going to my home back on bike, and my helmet was wet because I was crying very hard. I was thinking that how come he's saying that. He said in a very rush way that go now. So then I felt that okay, so this is now the story. So, and then one person, he was very strong person. I heard about him, and I got inspired from him many times. He was saying that life is just like you are putting your life on the hand, and you are going like your life is on the hand. This was the example he was saying, that life is difficult. You just have to put yourself in a risk in order to do more good. This is something that will come in your way, and it will give you a good approach towards the life. So what if employers fires me? It doesn't matter, because it was my mentor. He said that to me, that improve your skills. And when I started working on improving my skills, and it was the thing which gave me confidence. And that confidence will, I'm sure, that will give me the way towards any employer. Any employer, they need the skill they want, and I have it. So that is why I feel that if the employer fires me, I will find my way, inshallah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Navid. It's really reflecting on every one of us who are working employees, how we have to think for the worst. Okay, so the next one is Toastmaster Denisha. Toastmaster Denisha, are you there?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So Toastmaster Denisha, the topic for you is blessing in disguise. Blessing in disguise. Toastmaster Denisha, over to you.
Can you repeat?
Dr. Farida has already written in the chat box. Please.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Blessing in disguise. Good evening, global impromptu family members. Today, the topic I got is blessing is disguise. Have you ever thought blessing is a disguise? Sometimes it may disguise you. Sometimes it may encourage you. I think in many situations, if we do a good thing, everybody blesses us, especially from our elders, parents, and our very close friends and family members. So it is actually is a real blessing that encourage us to do whatever the things to far more extent. Sometimes, for example, if you ask a little one, if you bless a little one when he does his work good, that is a real blessing. He wants to do, he wants to uh, he wants to make himself big and with much dignity, and it's a real bless for him. But sometimes it may be disguise to every one of us, because uh, if we are blessed, we think we are almost done the good part of us, the good work what we can do. So we will sometimes think, I have done a good job and I do not go more than this. So that actually is not good. It's not a bless for anybody. I wonder, but anyway, a blessing is actually a bless for every one of us, to the receiver and the giver as well. And blessing is a must. Otherwise, nobody will accept the good work, and nobody wanted to practice good work, because we learn the good work from our childhood, because our parents blessed us to do more. Thank you, topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Denisha. Now next up is Toastmaster Jigar. Toastmaster Jigar, please. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So the topic for you is action speaks louder than words. Action speaks louder than words. Toastmaster Jigar, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Santosh, for that wonderful topic. Action speaks louder than words. Well, yes, this is something which I have experienced by becoming a part of Toastmasters, that actions speak louder than words. it happens many times in our life where we feel that we need to speak at every position, we need to talk in order to communicate, but it's not necessary that you need to communicate or you need to speak at every position. There are certain points where it's silence is something which works. There are some places where not speaking works, and that is what I mean by action speaks louder than words. Well, Toastmaster teaches us that thing, because in our speeches and in our evaluations, many times we speak unnecessary things and we get feedback from our co-colleagues, co-toastmasters, and with that we get to learn that okay, this was not needed. This thing, if I could have avoided in my speech or my evaluation, would have worked. So this is something which I think so I have learned basically in Toastmasters, that actions speak louder than words. Many a times, just giving a thumbs up to your friends, to your co-speakers, motivating them, appreciating, smiling when they are speaking, giving them an applause, these are something which motivates them rather than saying to them. So actions speak louder than words is something which means to me in this way. Thank you so much again to Toastmaster Santosh for this wonderful topic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jigar, for your take. Now the next is Toastmaster Santoshi. Toastmaster Santoshi is there? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. The topic for you is your best breakfast experience. Your best breakfast experience, Toastmaster Santoshi. Over to you.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Santosh. When I think about my best breakfast experience, I remember one thing which I came across a couple of years ago. Like where at that point of time, my mother is not with me and I need to prepare all the breakfast by 8 o'clock. I need to prepare my breakfast. I need to prepare to call. Well, I need to do all the household things. And it's really within a span of 1 month, I have done a different varieties of dishes. Whatever my father asked me, I never regret doing one such dish. I have tried different anonymous number of dishes at that time. Something like bhaji for the first time. And as well, a couple of months ago, my mother was infected with COVID. And that is the time I used to prepare different breakfast for her and different breakfast for us. It depends upon, we should be aware what is good for health as well. This is what I used to think. Yes, I have a lots of memories when it comes to breakfast, and of course, when it comes to food, we all have memories when it comes to food. Who don't love food? Yes. Over to you, table topic master Santosh.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Santoshi. Thanks for your take. And now the next up is Toastmaster Geeta.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, hello. Your topic is always put your best foot forward. Always put your best foot forward, Toastmaster Geeta. Over to you.
A number of times we face difficulties in our life. We don't know what to do, where to go forward, how to go forward. But it's important to put your best foot forward. That's extremely important in our life, because only then we can succeed in our life. Try to do the best out of whatever situation you are facing, whatever kind of situation whether you are facing adversities in your life, even adversities teach you something that you can learn from all the adversities of your life. So try to bring out the best in you. For example, the COVID time, all of us have learned a number of things. No doubt we have lost our near and dear ones. So many people have lost, people have lost their near and dear ones. But in spite of that, we cannot give up hope. We cannot say that life is over now, we cannot continue forward. No, we should put our best foot forward. Even COVID times has taught us a number of things. We have learned, for example, one most important, let us talk about Toastmasters. Would it ever have been possible to attend these online meetings worldwide? It would not have been possible if we had not been accommodating with something new. So we have to adjust. We'll have to learn to adjust, and this is something really important. So whatever be the situation, whatever be the case, we have to put our best foot forward in every situation. Again, another example is that during the COVID time, so many men have learned. So many men have learned to do cooking. Earlier, they would not enter the kitchen. They would never enter the kitchen. They would not help. But in the true sense, whenever these adversities teach us and bring out the best of ourselves. So let us not forget that we all have something inborn in us, and we can always change. Just like Dr. Farida said just now, we are adaptable to the situation, and we can always change ourselves when we want accordingly. So it's important to change yourself according to the situation, and whenever you are in trouble, put the best foot forward, and that is certainly going to lead you to your destination. Thank you. Back to you.
Well said, Toastmaster Gita. Quite an experience. Okay, so next up is Toastmaster Samriddhi.
Yeah, am I visible and audible?
Yes, very much. Yeah, and so the topic for you is appearance can be deceptive. Appearance can be deceptive. Toastmaster Samriddhi.
Can you put it in the chat box?
Yes. Appearance can be
Okay.
deceptive. Over to you.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, and of course, my dear guests. Appearance can be deceptive. I truly agree in this topic, as I've had an experience with this myself. At the age of, I think, 6 or 7, I was in second grade, and I was in school, obviously. I had just transferred to the morning shift. Before, I was in the afternoon shift in my school. I just transferred to the morning shift, and everyone seemed new to me, and no one was my friend at that time. I just sat alone with a girl that everyone thought was weird, and no one really talked to her. She didn't exactly talk to me either. She was basically the quiet kid. I really tried to do all the small talk, and I wanted to make her my friend, as I literally had no friends at that time. I tried to talk to her a lot of the times, but she just seemed kind of rude at the time. But after a while, we actually opened up to each other, and we actually became friends. And everyone still used to call her the weird kid, and everyone still used to mock her. But I always thought that if only they knew her other side, if only they knew how fun and extroverted she can be. But because everyone used to call her names and mock her, they couldn't really get to know that side of her because they just judged her by her looks. They just judged her by her personality that is only like seen. They don't actually know her, and just by that judgment, they have been bullying her for what, so many years now, 2 years. And she left after that time, and I was very sad when she left. But to be honest, she was one of the greatest friends I've ever made in my entire life. And I hope that she's still out there wanting for me to reach out. And I really want to reach out to her as well. But we don't have any communication sources, but that's fine. But yeah, I just want to say that don't just judge anyone by their appearance because there's a whole other side to them that you don't know about. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samriddhi. Good personal story. Very much interesting. Next up is Toastmaster Lakhdar Ben Safia. Am I pronouncing it right? I don't know. Toastmaster Lakhdar Ben Safia. Are you there? Okay, so I will go to the next one. Toastmaster Jatin. It's a Cavalier Jatin, I think.
Hi, yeah,
Yes, Cavalier Jatin, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yes, fine. So the topic for you is an idle brain is devil's workshop. An idle brain is devil's workshop. Toastmaster Jatin, over to you.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my fellow impromptu family members. Idle's brain is a devil's brain, and I totally agree to this topic because mostly everybody like now these days because of lockdown, everybody is becoming bored, and that too there are summer holidays and people are becoming idle, don't know what to do, and basically nobody's doing whatever what they're doing, whatever they want to. Like before, they had some passion or something, but now they aren't having. So this devil's brain means like whenever somebody like when you're idle, like there's no work to do. It's like for reading, if you read books, always you get some new ideas, but then when it's idle, like you don't get any thoughts, and if it's like this, if you practice like this, like being very idle, you never get ideas, which is very bad. So always giving some task to your mind, like always doing something or other, will prevent from being idle. So an idle's brain is a devil's workshop, and I totally agree to this topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Jatin, for your take on this. And the next step is Toastmaster Lakhdar Ben Safia. Toastmaster Lakhdar Ben Safia. Can you hear me? You are muted, I think. Yes, now it's
Evening.
okay. Yeah. Good evening. And are
Everybody,
you
good
ready?
evening.
Are you ready for the topic?
From Algeria.
Okay.
Yes,
So are you ready for the topic?
It's the first time that I have participated with you in this session.
Okay.
And I am so glad to participate with you. It was very beneficial for me. And I would like to help me to improve my communication skills.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
If anyone can help me, I will be recognized with you.
You continue attending our impromptu this session. You will certainly improve. Okay.
Yes,
Now the topic for you is your favorite cartoon character. Your favorite cartoon character, the Toastmaster Lakhdar. Over to you.
Yes.
Your favorite cartoon character.
My
favorite cartoon character.
I prefer lessons in communication skill.
Just a minute.
Yes.
I have written it in chat box. Can you see now?
Cartoon character.
Favorite cartoon character. Okay, I will give you other topic. No problem. The topic is adversity and loss make man wise. Adversity and loss make man wise. Toastmaster Lakhdar.
Yes.
I have written it in chat box now. Over to you.
And because I have some difficulty in English. Yes.
No problem. You can
No
try.
problem, Santosh. You can take next one.
Okay. Okay. I will go to the next Toastmaster. Toastmaster Viba. Yes.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Viba, the topic for you is picture is worth 1,000 words. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Toastmaster Viba.
Table topic master, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the global impromptu family members. A picture is 1,000. A picture is 1,000 words. This is my topic for me. Yes, if we think about a picture, it means there is a scene, there is a diagram, there is a drawing created in front of our eyes, and it is the imagination of our eyes which is given to us by the Almighty for viewing this beautiful world. So a picture speaks 1,000 words. Means if we say something to someone, he or she will understand the particular meaning of my saying. But if I draw a diagram, many people would have different perspective of understanding the particular one diagram. So at that point of view, every people's perspective will be changed, and the outcome would be different from all the people. So yes, on the other hand, I will say that a picture speaks many things. A picture expresses many things. Whether sometimes if you are sad, you will feel that this picture is showing something negative. If you are in a good mood, if you are happy, you will feel that this picture is showing something good and positive, and that will be taking you to the positive part of your sense. So it depends upon you or the different people how you take it, or what you think about the particular thing. Thank you. Over to you. This is my take on.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viba. Nice take on it. Okay. So next step is Toastmaster Danish Akhtar.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Now the topic for is, what are the ingredients for the better learning? What are the ingredients for the better learning?
What are the
ingredients for the better learning?
For the better learning. Okay.
Yes. Toastmaster Danish, over to you.
What are the better ingredients for the better? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. What are the what ingredients again? Let's see, what ingredients? All right. What are the ingredients for better learning? Well, generally, learning, as we all know, is a lifelong process. However, it does not mean that, okay, we just think that, oh, learning, okay, I open my books and just read. And then when I go for a course, I open the books again, I just read. No, it's not like that. Learning, you cannot just open the books and keep on reading. Learning must be trying new things, exploring new opportunities. It can even be anything, such as mountain hiking, all that. You learn new skills. You learn improve your stamina. You also learn to be how to learn new experiences. Like when you climb mountain hiking, you can see the way it works, the altitude. You also learn how to control yourself, because when you're at higher altitude, the oxygen is lower. Therefore, you learn the skills needed to control yourself in the event of an emergency. Therefore, I would say that learning is the ingredients to better learning is exploring. It's not just sitting there opening out the books all the time. You need to explore. You need to savor. You need to delve into it. Just like they say, the garnish to a good learning experience is when you explore more and try new opportunities. In a nutshell, the ingredients of learning, in a nutshell, the ingredients for better learning are exploring and trying new opportunities. With that, back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Danish. Quite interesting view. So now at the end, I'm going to call DTM Amjad. I think
Yes, sir.
everyone is over. Yeah, DTM Amjad, for you, the topic is a rolling stone gathers no moss. A rolling stone gathers no moss. Toastmaster Amjad Ali. Can you hear me? Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Topics Master. A rolling stone gathers no moss. Ladies and gentlemen, by the start of 2020, we were all stuck somewhere because of lockdown, because of COVID situation. Wherever we were just all locked on. And people who kept moving like a stone, like a rolling stone, they did not gather moss. I'm one of the examples. And people who just lied on the bed, on their sofas, on their couches, they got mosses. In 2020, I got to know what is my worth better than 2020, before 2020. The reason was when we were all locked on, we started exploring, started making videos on social media, started thinking, what should we do? We started making social awarenesses messages with my family. And that lockdown became blessing in disguise. That is one of the greatest examples in my life. Rolling stone gathers no moss. If we would have just waited to open the doors after COVID, we would have left different people. But actually, I became out as an even better person. And today, I'm managing companies, I'm managing social media, I'm managing a lot of other stuff. That made me do more. When you want to do more, you are able to do more. When you actually intend to do less, you really do less. You become very busy while doing nothing. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are stuck, no problem. If you're not rolling, no problem. At least keep moving, keep tilting, because that will make you continue your life. Because when we are moving, we are living. If we are stuck, we are nothing but a breathing, dead piece of meat. I gave you my example. Tell me yours. What did you do in this lockdown period? Or anything else happened in your life when you were just held quietly and kept on one position? What did you do? Did you just move or you just gave up? We did not give up and we became big, more. What is your more? Back to you, sir.
Fantastic, Toastmaster Amjad Ali. Now I think everyone is. I think everyone has spoken already. So only I have not spoken. So if someone wants to give me a topic, please.
Yes, please. Anybody would like to give a topic to Toastmaster Santoshi? As nice as he gave us the topics. Who is the
I
brave
will
soul
give
to
Amjad.
give him a topic?
I'll.
Savita ma'am, yes, please.
Toastmaster Santosh, your topic is I never lose. Either I win or learn. I never lose. Either I win or learn. Toastmaster Santosh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Savita, and good evening to all of you again, once again. And this has happened to me something 7 or 8 years ago. Where 2010, I joined my company BASF in Dubai, and after starting in 2 years without learning any technology of our chemicals which we supply to our customers, I was asked to go and handle the line and commission the line. It was very tough because I did not know so much of know-how or technicalities, and I did mistakes, and I lost the business. And I was alone there. My next boss was on the vacation. He was in Paris, Disneyland, and I was running the line. Okay, but after losing that line, it was a lesson to learn. I came to know that if I have to be successful, I should know each and everything, each and every intricate things of the technology. Otherwise, I will fail again. But when I was desperate, I was sad, and I was talking to my bosses, other bosses, and they said that don't think this is just a you lost a battle, not a war. So you always think in that way that whenever you are losing such things or whenever you are defeated, you try to learn the things instead of crying over it and just mourning over it. You try to learn and see that next time these things are not repeated. And this way I learned, and actually I, because of that failure, I become an expert in that technology. And today, even my European colleagues take help from me or advices from me for the same chemicals, the same technology. So that is my story. And so I totally agree that either you learn or you succeed, never fails. Thank you, Toastmaster Savita, for such a topic.
Wonderful take. Back to you, DJ Amjad.
Thank you so much, Savita. I really appreciate for floating a topic for Toastmaster Santosh. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Santosh, for conducting this 186th successful session. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together to thank Toastmaster Santosh. It was his maiden role as Topics Master at Global Impromptu Speaking. With that power vested in me as a host of this very meeting, I adjourn the meeting. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.